when to say past or to. So when do we use this language? When do we use this term? Is it past or is it to? Don't forget that what we always look out for is the hour hand. That's what we are concerned about. The minute hand only tells us about the movement of the hour hand, right? So let's figure out first what this hour hand tells us, right? Where is the hour hand? In this case, we would still say 10 because it's between 10 and 11. It's going to 11, hasn't gotten there, so we say 10. So where is our minute hand? Here is 30, 30, 31, 32, 33. So we say 10:33, right? So we can write that out as we would on a normal day. I say 10:33. But sometimes we may have to be specific. We want to really know, should we say past or we say to? So if you write it out like this, you're correct. If you write it out like this, correct. But there's a third way we can write time. And that's being specific about the position of the minute hand. Is it past or to? So why do we say that, or what's the reason? Now, if we divide this into two equal parts, remember we said that on 6 is half. This is halfway gone. So we want to know, should we say it is here or should we say it is here? Now, once something passes halfway, it's already closer to the next number. It's just like if you have between 30 and 40, and we say round off 34. Which one is 34 closer to? Is it 30 or 40? We would say, oh, this is going to be 30, right? Because this 4 is less than 5, which is the middle point. If we say round off 37, you would say it is 40, right? Because 37 is closer to 40 than it is to 30, 7 is more than the middle point, which is 5. That's the same thing that we do with telling time. Since 6 is the middle point, that's 30 minutes actually. 30 minutes is the middle point. Any minute below 30 minutes or 30 minutes, we say past. The moment it moves to 31, we'll begin to say, oh, this thing is, can you even see that the hour hand is closer to 11? And that's why sometimes when you see some time, it will almost be on that next hour, right? So it's almost there, just a little more. So we now want to know how many minutes more to get to that next hour. That's why here we'll say to, and here we'll say past. Okay, so now this is 33. This is already in the toe region, right? It's already close to the next hour. You can see it's closer to 11 now than it is to 10. So how many minutes more is it to 11? That's what we have to figure out. Two ways to do that. How many minutes is a cycle for the minute hand? How many minutes does it cover from here to here? When it starts from here and goes and stops here again. 60 minutes, right? It has 60 minutes to cover, right? So if it has 60 minutes to cover and it has covered 33, how many more minutes left to get to wherever it's going to? We say 60 minus 33, right? And here we would have 27 minutes. So we can now say, oh, this is 27 minutes to, can you say the 2? 11. Which means that in the next 27 minutes, we'd have 11 o'clock. This is one way of figuring out how many minutes to. Otherwise, you can count. So now your minute hand is here. Your minute hand is here. Okay, so we can say, oh, 1, 2 minutes, it gets here on 5. That's the 2 minutes we have. So we can now keep counting since we have 5 minutes in between each. So what is 2 plus 5 here? That's 7. 7 plus 5 here would give us 12 minutes. 12 plus the 5, that would be 17. And 17 plus this 5 will be 22. And then the 5 here between here and here. So to get here, it has 27 minutes to cover. You see that? You see that? So you can count it that way. So it has 27 minutes to get to 11. So by the time this minutes and moves 27 minutes more, it will be here. And then we say it's 11 o'clock. That's the meaning. That's why we say past and to. Okay? So let's say another example. And I want you to look at it closely. I'm not rushing, right? So now, where is the hour hand? It's 2, of course, because it hasn't got into 3. Now, how many minutes has it gone? This is 35. Is here. It's here exactly. So we say 35 and 36. So it has gone 36 minutes. So you can write this as 2:36. Yes, that would be one way to say that. That's correct. Digitally, correct. This way, correct. But if you want to be more specific, the midpoint, remember, this is the midpoint. Since the minute hand is here, we have to say 2. So how many minutes more to the next hour? What's the next hour, by the way? It is 3. So how many minutes more to the next hour? I'll just take 60 minus 36, or you count if you want to. So we have 24 minutes more. So we say 24 minutes to 3. If you count that, you will see, since the minute hand is here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 here. 4 plus 5, 9. 9 plus 5, 14. 14 plus 5, 19. And 19 plus 5, we have 24. You see? 24 minutes to the next hour. That's 3. Let's see the next example. Wow. The hour hand here is this is a square clock, so that we are not, most wristwatches looks like this. Well, it depends. Some of them are not even regular shape. Okay, so we have 10. The hour hand is on 10. Is that not so? The minute hand is exactly on 10. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly on 2. No extra. So we say 10. Like we've been doing, we can say this is 10, 10. This is correct. Incorrect. And so if we look at the midpoint, the minute hand is still here. It hasn't got into 6, so we have to say past. Past this hour. It is not to the next hour. You can see it's still almost, it's just exactly on 10. So this one will say, how many minutes now? We say 10 minutes past 10. You see, 10 minutes past 10. This will be correct. Okay, so if you notice, you see that what really differs is just this last way of saying it, right? So when you write it out digitally, it helps you to really have an understanding, to really quickly know, oh, should I say this in past or should I say this in two, right? So let's see this now. Look at this. You can see that the hour hand is 2. How many minutes passed? This is 30. It is here. Oh, we have to be careful. It is here, right? So we say this is 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So that's 34, right? So we have 34. Wow. So this is already past 30, okay? So we can say this is 2:34. 2:34. I know this is the easiest way to say time. This one. 2:34, just as it is seen here. But we want to say it, we want to be more specific. Is it 2 or past? Right? It is no longer past 2 because it has gone beyond 30. So how many minutes to the next hour? So we say 60 minus 34, and that will give us 26, right? So we have 26 minutes. 26 minutes to the next hour. That's 2:3. If we want to count, you see, from here, the time stopped here, so we can count 1. This is 1. Plus 5 here, we have 6. Plus 5 here, we have 11. Plus 5 here, we have 16. Plus 5 here, we have 21. And plus 5 here, we have 26. Can you see? We have 26 minutes to 3. Okay? So whether you want to say past or to, it depends on the position of your minute hand. That's it now. So when you write the position of your hour hand, check if the minute hand is past the hour. If it is past the hour, it will be within this region. Yeah, less than 30, less or equal to 30, or to the next hour. That will be here. Anything more than 30. So you have to figure out how many minutes more does it need to move to get to 12. So you say how far the minute hand has gone in completing a cycle. That's the basis of telling time. In the next lesson, we'll look at clock faces with Roman numerals, right? Same way, it's just that we now have to figure out what those Roman numerals mean, right? So I'll see you in the next lesson. Stay safe.